and you had a scary, it's one thing to be flying all over the place, and I know how busy you are, but you had a scary landing?
Yes, yes.
What happened?
Well, about 100 meters above landing, it took off again, which was not so fun.
No.
And they don't explain to you what's going on,
No.
so you're like, is someone shooting at us?
Yeah.
You don't know what's going on. So
Yeah. You want to at least hear the pilot go, oopsie, something kind of just, so it's not a serious thing, like.
Exactly, exactly.
And what had happened? Did they explain?
They explained that the airplane ahead of us didn't clear the runway soon enough, which I was like, don't they know that earlier than right before we're supposed to land?
We thought they'd move by the time they actually,
Like they happened to see it along the way and then take off again. It was not so fun.
oh man. And was it a good flight other than that? Like everything's fine till that one little?
Everything was cool until that moment. So
And are you
I'm
good?
very thankful to be here.
Yes, yeah, well, good. That's one thing to keep, those reminders are good,
Yes,
sort
yes.
of. So, and are you a good flyer or no?
I'm generally pretty good. It's stuff like that, though, that sort of shakes you up.
Yeah. No, I'm never good. I used to get upset with just even, I really felt like the air thing above you. If someone next to me, I thought it was taking power away from the plane. And people should all shut theirs off. Or you hear like the cart of food coming down the aisle. I'm wondering what that noise is.
Yeah.
I'm not a good flyer.
Well, it's just like, I have absolutely no idea how it works, how the plane works.
Right.
You know, how it goes. I don't know how, like, the TV works or the phone works
Right.
or anything. So, I mean, it's just sort of shocking that something that heavy can stay up.
And it shouldn't. It's too heavy.
I know, but
Yeah.
it should.
Yeah, no. And then you're all in the tube, all breathing in each other's air. It's all wrong.
Yeah.
That we need we need to get to that point where we say, beam me up, and then you end up someplace else.
Agreed.
It's
I'm
the
with
future.
you.
Wasn't this supposed to be the future where we have jetpacks and we're on our own, flying around in the air?
I know.
Just like the Jetsons? That's what I grew up thinking was going to be the future.
And you get dropped off at school, remember,
Exactly.
Judy?
Yeah.
Those good days.
Anyway, and now and Jude Law was here the other day.
Yeah.
And he's the sexiest man alive, you know. That's what they say.
Yeah, he's a good boy.
Isn't he? And not only sexy, he's just as nice as can be.
I mean, he's physically beautiful, and then, you know, it's 10 times that because of what he's got inside him. He's a good person.
Yeah, no, he's a really great guy. And so did you have fun? That movie is really, really intense. Did you have fun working with him? Was it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It was so fun. Mike Nichols, who directed it, is just one of the wittiest people of all time. And so he kept the jokes flowing, and that sort of inspired all of us. So we lightened up the material. But the material itself is very funny, too.
Yeah. Well, you're fantastic. You're so good in everything. You were great in Garden State, by the way.
Thank you.
You're great in everything. And in this, now, was that intimidating to you? She had to learn how to pole dance in this. Had you done that before?
Yeah.
A lot?
All the time.
Yeah.
In my 23 years, I've spent most of my time pole dancing.
Right.
Yeah, it was much more difficult than I expected. It was really intense. It takes a lot of upper body strength, and you know, you just watch it, and it's so sexy, and you forget about all the strength and skill it takes.
Yeah, there was one girl that was upside down, holding herself with her legs in the air, which is really
complicated.
Yeah. And so, and how long did you? And are there lessons?
I took lessons for about a month, and I mean, I just don't understand how those girls. I left and I was bruised everywhere and sore in my arms. I was like a little baby afterwards.
Yeah.
And
well, you must work out or something, because you're very limber. Because there's a couple of scenes where you had to do some stuff that you must do yoga or something.
I don't do yoga. I've danced. I took ballet like all growing up, and so that wasn't. The pole dancing was the most difficult part. I have great respect for those women.
Yeah, and the women in the scene with you, were they real?
Yes, they were real strippers.
Yeah, it was really amazing. It was really amazing to watch that. How I mean, I had to learn for the show. We got a pole as a joke one day when I opened, and I thought, oh, it'll be easy, and I went flying around on the ground. I ended up.
It's a skill.
Yeah,
it is.
And you also, when I was growing up, I read that you wanted to be a veterinarian. Is that you wanted to work with animals?
I did. I've always loved animals, and when I was little, yeah, that was my dream.
Me too. That's what I wanted to do. And then someone, I don't know
where we ended up. It's so sad.
I know that we
with
both
people,
yeah,
not with animals.
Well, some of them are animals, don't you find? Now this is your dog. Why is this a shot that we have that you left it in the car, or?
What is that?
I don't know. Do you know this picture? Is this your dog?
That is my dog, but how is that picture in?
Well, if you give us $500, you can have it back. No, it looks like the dog's been kidnapped or something. Look at it just all by itself in a car. You don't know where we got that?
I've never seen that picture before.
Oh, that's so weird.
That's so weird.
What kind of dog is
creeped
this?
out
It's
right
cute.
now. He's a mutt. He looks sort of vicious in that because
Well,
the eyes, it's red eye. We need a little pen
He looks
for
like
that.
he's about to drive off in a minute. He's by himself in that car. And I don't know how you have time to do this. You're acting all the time, and you just graduated from Harvard?
Yes, a year ago I graduated.
How'd you do that?
I worked in the summers, like most people have summer jobs. I just, I'm lucky enough to have a summer job that's acting, and I was in school during the year. It was amazing.
Did you go to school? You actually went to classes?
No, I graduated without going to
but
classes.
I mean, you can get these courses. I mean, you went to class? What was that like for people to?
Well, I mean, at school, everyone was so accomplished in their own diverse ways that it was, it was amazing. Everyone was sort of a star in their own field.
Wow.
It was really cool.
And what did you get a degree in?
Psychology.
Psychology. And that's good to have in this business. Figure people out right away.
Yeah.
Now, and are you planning on doing anything with that, or you just wanted to?
I don't think I could be a psychologist. I don't think I'm patient enough.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it's helpful with everything. It's a nice way to go around the world, sort of like observing people and trying to think what they're thinking and figure out why they do the things they do. It's a nice way to.
Yeah, I'm constantly trying to figure that out. I'm looking at people all the time going, I don't get it. So this is exciting. You're going to be Lady Thor.
Yes.
That was just announced.
Yes.
All right. So does that mean that you have to like work out? You're a very slight Lady Thor.
I'm assuming I will have to work out, but I'm just gonna wait until
they make
I'll
you?
be eating my burritos till they're like calling me to the gym.
We have an exclusive photo of what you're going to look like, and this is amazing.
The goatee is so good.
Yeah,
thank you.
Yeah, they said you have to have facial hair for this. So Lucy in the Sky, this is a true story, right? Or inspired by?
It's inspired by the sort of astronaut triangle, love triangle that we heard about in the tabloids, but it's not really a telling of those people. It was kind of took that idea and said, what happens when someone comes back from space and has to adjust to life on Earth?
Yeah, because I would imagine that would be tricky to come back and have this reality when you kind of have a different perspective. Have you ever wanted to go into space?
Oh, I would love to. I think it's the coolest
Really?
thing. I actually had a weird thing in Montecito once. We were going, this is where we both reside sometimes, and we were going to Oliver's, the vegan restaurant that is so good, and then all of a sudden the sky like lit up and this craft was like landing, and I was like, the aliens are coming. This is really happening. And on the street, everyone was just standing looking up, and it was SpaceX was landing their shuttles at that Air Force base.
Oh,
that's
wow.
near there.
You had me for a
Vandenberg.
minute that we had aliens in Montecito.
I mean, I was kind of excited
Yeah,
also.
very excited. All right, and you worked with Tig Notaro, my pal.
I really love her. She's so wonderful. And she was so funny because I had that wig that you saw in that clip. And so she'd always be like, it's like looking in a mirror every time you're walking towards me, because we had the same, oh yeah, there we go.
Almost,
haircut.
not really.
Astronaut hair. She's got the cool version. I've got the
That's like a
nerdy
Dorothy
version.
Hamill version. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
First of all, you should explain, because the
So the original story was that this woman drove across country to kind of confront her or kidnap, depending on the version.
Well, there was stuff in the car that appeared like kidnapping.
Yeah, her boyfriend and his new girlfriend, and she wore a diaper so that she didn't have to stop on the way. And we didn't do that in the movie,
Right.
and everyone's like, where's the diaper?
Yeah.
Which is very, everyone's really upset to not see me in a diaper. I don't know what that's about.
Well, you could actually say I was wearing it, you just didn't see it, so that it ends a controversy.
The
next time someone asks you about it, just say you've worn it.
I'm wearing one right now.
Good. That's
all. You don't even know what's happening.
Natalie Portman is wearing a diaper right now, everybody.
News.
Yes.